The Dilophosaurus existed during the Jurassic period, but not the T-Rex or raptors. T-Rex and raptors are closer in time to humans than they are to the Dilophosaur. That's like if aliens made a human zoo and they cloned super futuristic guys and also the flipper having fish things we evolved from and put them all together and we're like, there, play with each other.
That's just bad fact-checking, and it's the least evil thing that InGen did.
John Hammond makes the greatest breakthrough in the history of science, and then he uses that to build a theme park. I'm pretty sure his heart is in the right place.
Now once more with appropriate skepticism. John Hammond made the greatest breakthrough in the history of science and used that to build a theme park? Is there nothing suspicious about their story to you? They caught lightning in a bottle with that mosquito DNA shit. Then they stocked a park full of fully grown dinosaurs and BAM!
You're selling it. You're selling it.
Doors open.
Yeah, there are always bugs in beta testing, and that's what the movie is. Just one very long, admittedly very bad beta test.
Right, yeah, they do bring in the experts, but only after a worker is killed. They're all like, we better make triply sure that we're right, that nature will find a way.
Well, I'm convinced. Who needs logic and reason when you can just repeat everything that I say in a cartoon dumb guy voice?
Like dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs are fully grown, Soren. Most estimates on a T-Rex says that it takes over 20 years for them to get fully grown.
So they've been cloning dinosaurs since the 60s, and they didn't share? You're right, that is disturbing.
No, the books explain that the dinosaurs have genetically manipulated lifespans that makes them shorter.
And Soren's talking about books.
Right. According to the books, the dinosaurs have been around for a few years, but they still eat what you'd expect them to eat. Goats for the carnivores, leaves for the herbivores. They don't seem like they're eating more or faster than any other animal.
Yeah, elephants eat all day, every day, and it still takes them 13 years to reach their full size. I mean, these dinosaurs go from hatchlings to bigger than an elephant in a few years. I mean, a brachiosaur is the size of a city block.
Cows never stop eating or pooping, and they only get as big as cows. Dino Island would have to be importing more trees and goats than a large country, and exporting or storing just so much dinosaur shit.
It would be impossible for an animal to eat that fast, as in against the laws of conservation of matter. Impossible. So, there are your two options. Either, yes, they've been cloning dinosaurs since the time when computers were the size of a small building, or they found out some way to make matter out of not matter. Either way, they're immensely powerful, and instead of going public with their miraculous, godlike powers, they decided to say, hey kiddies, we made dinosaurs, come and play with them and pet them. They want to play with you.
Okay, if they're so smart, then how come every single one of their plans turns into a rolling dumpster fire? Hammond is in charge of the entire operation, and he almost gets his grandkids eaten.
True, I mean, they go to the island where the dinosaurs were created in Lost World, and then the dinosaurs get out again because of what? Another tropical storm. I mean, who could have seen that coming, right? And then their main product, kills most of San Diego. It's not exactly one small step for man.
Yeah, but what's scarier? A brilliant calculating shadow company whose technological powers rank somewhere between China and God? Or all that power in the hands of some sloppy, greedy Enron dudes? InGen is trying to use their powers for good, but there's all these clues about this shady competitor company trying to steal their secrets. That's how the dinosaurs got out in the first one. Newman was trying to steal the dino DNA for the rival company.
Newman!
But he fails, right? He gets his face poisoned and his butt eaten.
Right, they're not perfect, just greedy and ruthless. InGen earned their limitless power with math and science, but this sabotage company we don't know very much about, just that they're greedy, corrupt, and imperfect. And when they let the T-Rex out of its cage, the dark side wins.
Technically, the T-Rex let herself out.
Now, technically, it's the dumbasses who boarded the ship after it crashed into San Diego. I mean, there's a ship just full of bloody bodies and a dude whose body got bitten off of his hand, which was still clutching a remote to keep the cargo doors shut. And they go, you know what? Maybe we should press the button and open the doors. This guy died trying to stay closed. You're telling me that that guy works for the rival company?
No way to know, but what we do know is the T-Rex did not kill the guy previously attached to that hand. I mean, what did she eat him as he pressed the button and then dive into the closing doors? Why?
Yeah, and what happened to the people who were supposed to be driving the boat? It looked like a goddamn people blender in that wheelhouse. What? Did the T-Rex do it? Huh? Did they knock out a crew member and dress up like a deckhand and sneak up behind them?
There had to be a person on that boat, killing people, freeing Rexes, making sure life had a little help finding a way.
But why? Why would this Kaiser Soze shell company want to loose a T-Rex?
I don't know, diversion. Maybe they're so ruthless that they are willing to slaughter people and destroy an entire city just to bring InGen and Hammond down. Or just to test their dinosaurs.
No, it makes more sense if the sabotage was coming from inside InGen. I mean, the T-Rex getting freed is part of like a hostile takeover. I mean, InGen paid like billions of dollars for researching this technology. That puts an awful lot of pressure on Hammond to find something more profitable than a zoo where the animals only come out when they want to eat you.
Like bioweapons. In real life, the Dilophosaurus doesn't have that poisony spit. Maybe the bioweapons division added that during the cloning process.
When Lost World ends, Hammond is on TV taking the blame. I mean, everything he knows of, everything he approved is going to be opened up and dissected by the media. I mean, he's the fall guy, just a smiling, grandfatherly face to make the public feel better.
Ian Malcolm dies in the first book, but comes back in the second. Hammond gets eaten by a bunch of compies in the first book, also alive in the second.
So you're saying they used their technology wizard powers to bring an annoying mathematician and a CEO that they were trying to get rid of back to life?
They bring two main characters back that were dead. I always thought that was Crichton acquiescing to the movie version of his universe, but maybe it's a clue.
What? Movies beat books?
No, that maybe dinosaurs aren't all they cloned on the island. I mean, think about it. If you had unlimited technology and no moral compass, why would you do a trial run just once? You'd be running your team of experts, your Ian Malcolm clones, Dr. Grant, Laura Dern, Hammond clones, through the Jurassic Park beta trials, just like you'd be playing Super Mario Brothers.
You know, it does add a whole new perspective on Ian Malcolm's speech about the droplet of water that falls in an unpredictable direction. I'm sure InGen was just like, duh, we know. We know all of the science. And that's why you are the 25th Ian Malcolm to give that speech.
Or maybe they invented time travel. Everyone always assumes that time travel is going to be like light bulbs or smartphones, that as soon as one company makes it, everyone's going to suddenly get it. But if you invented time travel, why would you tell anyone? You could just go back to the 60s and have a head start on the next 50 years of scientific advances.
The dinosaurs could just be something that they picked up on a drunken weekend time bender. They had to invent cloning technology to cover their tracks.
I heard the fourth one's going to take place in a world where Jurassic Park is actually open.
Yeah, it's like Adventureland. Just 4 bored teens working concessions for the summer. No dinosaurs. Very chill.
And do people get eaten?
No, it's just like
Sounds
the movie we bought, a zoo, but without the buying, like the zoo is already there. It's like going to a zoo, but there are dinosaurs, and the kids are like, it's kind of neat, but I saw pictures on the internet.
Hi, thanks for watching that video. Please subscribe to our channel. I have a little bit of erotic fiction here that I'd like to read to you if you subscribe. Just to give you a little taste. Soren pulled his pants down. Suspenders still on. They didn't stay down for long, but long enough that she could see his quivering man root, pulsating. Yeah, that's sick, she said, but sick in the good way.